Tell me about the world of stand-up you entered when you did play in that world. What was happening in stand-up at that time?
When I came in, the regulars, they were regulars. Let's just say at the Improv, there was, Jay Leno, Bill Maher, Sandra Bernhardt, Robin Williams, Billy Crystal. Everybody was working there for $25 a night. I just came into the scene. Andy Kaufman was there. Andy I loved. He was weird, great trickster.
Did you meet him?
Oh, yeah. Andy, yeah. It was on Fridays, and we created this sketch where he broke out live on television. I knew he was going to do it. I mean, it's set up, but the country didn't know.
Yeah.
Performers, oh God, I know I'm probably leaving so many out, but I mean, over at the Comedy Store, Gary Shanley was going on. There's Jim Carrey. Everybody was just working it, and there wasn't any success in it other than just working it.
Yeah.
Late at night, working
so
on
much
your
talent.
Stuff everywhere.
So
everybody.
Much talent.
And they all got in a groove.
But this is before comedy had its moment.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And I walked into this because I had a dream when I was in San Diego. It was a strong, powerful dream where I saw a clown holding the globe of the earth. And I walked toward the clown. He turned, he had my face. And a friend of mine who I had done stand-up with many, many years ago when there were no clubs in this town. We were working at the Troubadour, old Doug Weston. We went up to him one early evening, dressed in tattered tuxedos, from a play I had done. I was waiting for Godot. And the friend of mine was Ed Begley Jr., and he put on one of the tattered tux, and it was too short because the actor that was in the play with me who wore that tux was about 1.5 feet shorter, so his pants were up underneath his knees. So that's how he looks. And then I'm wearing my tuxedo, and I thought, well, to distinguish my look, I'll just roll around in the dirt. So when we came into the club, and we were wearing World War II gas masks when we walked in these tuxedos, looking the way we look, we pulled them off. Hi, Doug. We're here to be funny. We're making weird faces. He actually put us up that night.
Wow.
And we were completely Looney Tune up.
Did
No
you have an
act,
act?
just improvising, just off the wall, going crazy, doing this stuff in between the setting up of the bands or something. He was giving us $25 to do this. Now we're working at the Troubadour, 3 days a week. Avery Schreiber came in, who was involved with Jack Burns. They had and Avery kind of was a mentor. He's going, you guys are completely out of your mind. Stay with it. We were encouraged to be insane. Can you imagine? What a gig. To be encouraged to be insane. Lovely. And we're being paid for this back in 1969. So I had a dose of the stand-up. And then I was drafted and took that whole scene on. Then I went to California. Now I'm down in San Diego and I'm doing these plays and I have this dream. This clown holding the globe of the world and it's my face. And I thought, I'm going into the club. I'm going to go into Los Angeles, start working in the clubs. Next day, after that dream, Ed Begley Jr. calls me. I haven't heard from him in years. I hear you down in San Diego. You're doing a play and everything. How you doing? I go, Ed, I just had a dream. And I told him the dream. I said, I'm coming to LA and I'm going to start working in stand-up. This is my old stand-up partner, Yeah. The call right after, you see, isn't that interesting?
The universe was giving you clues.
Yes.
It's like you weren't working alone. You had help.
It's saying, get it?
Yeah.
There you go, bud. Take on your destiny. It's your fate to do so. So I went to the clubs and within a short period of time, I was a regular, and which was rather neat. To be.
But how different was your act than everybody else's? I can't imagine it being anything like them.
I was loosey-goosey and wild and physical.
All improv?
Most of it. I'd come up with some stuff I'd try to stick to, but
Character-based?
I was messing around. Characters flying around and weird.
Physical
weird.
humor?
Yes, I'd tear the whole place up. I was possessed. I was the capital F fool. I was that force. Mm-hmm. Was with me. May the force be with you, indeed. And I could get going.
Did you ever use alcohol or drugs? Or
No, never.
Were just fueled?
I didn't want to mess around with what was going on.
You were fueled by something else.
No, I didn't
natural.
need that shit.
Yeah.
I was in a room and take some acid. I go, hey, I'm there already. I'm trying to come back in so that I fit in. You go ahead and take your journey. Send me a postcard. I'm already on the move, you know?
It's a nice way to describe it, on the move.
Yeah, I'm on the move.
Yeah. So then you're doing stand-up. It goes well.
Very well.
And then what happens?
I was always rushing out, never checking in with Bud Friedman.
Yeah.
I just go to the open mic night, do my thing, and I had to drive back to San Diego. I got a baby. You know, I've got a 3-year-old. I got to get up in the morning. I was taking a class. I thought I was going to be a Montessori teacher because I wanted to be there for my daughter who was going to be entering, you know, that school. They begin at 2.5. And I was studying all these education, Rudolf Steiner's, Waldorf schools, and Morning Glory School. I don't know, all these kinds of, I was really into my daughter, wanting to be
You'd have been a
present
great
for that.
teacher.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you have an inspiring demeanor.
Oh, I do.
It's like that. Yeah, that goes a long way.
It's you, Rick. You bring it out in me.